All right, thanks a lot, Malika. Welcome, everyone, to Philadelphia City that recently swore in a brand new mayor. But the bad news is that not even the mayor can legislate the 76ers out of a season-high 3-game losing streak. All this against the backdrop of their fandom still thinking about, well, a championship banner, like in 1983. One that came home for Philadelphia under the auspice of names like Irving, Moses Malone, and Cheeks. Tonight, though, the 76ers welcome in the immutable, indomitable, imperious point guard, De'Aaron Fox. All NBA a season ago, and he's taken his game yet to another higher level this season. Welcome, everyone, to NBA Courtside, presented by DoorDash. It's the first meeting of the season here at Wells Fargo between the 76ers and the Sacramento Kings in the middle of a 5-game Tobias Harris and the rest of the Sixers to victory in the absence of their reigning MVP. Just 2-7 without Joel Embiid on the court this year. Will the story change tonight? They're going to try and replace him by committee. We'll have the studio on the other side of the spread.
NBA Courtside on ESPN is presented by DoorDash, the official partner of the NBA. Expectations. Finding your own rhythm only works when everyone is in sync.
Here we go!
Keeping it hot and fresh.
Let's go!
Like a Philly with Wiz. With the MVP recovering, Philly's finest step up, show up, and go all out.
No way.
Philadelphia's got a good one. Like I said, it's a franchise. Let's go, big big!
After last season's re-emergence,
What's with you guys?
the Kings, led by their inside-out all-star duo,
What a basket!
have continued lighting the beam.
A win can change everything. They could bring that confidence, that swagger, that rhythm back.
Tonight, in the city of love, the Kings and 76ers dance together.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA Friday, presented by State Farm. From Wells Fargo in Philadelphia, it's the 76ers hosting the Sacramento Kings. As we take a look at tonight's starting lineups delivered by Taco Bell. Visitors tonight from Sacramento starting De'Aaron Fox, Chris Duarte in place of Kevin Huerter out with an ankle injury. Barnes, Keegan Murray, and Sabonis in the front court. Maxey and Melton in the backcourt for the 76ers. Tobias Harris, Nico Batum, and B-Ball Paul Reed at the 5 in place of Joel Embiid, who is infirm tonight. Still getting over a very tender knee. Tyrese Maxey.
What a display of strength and power. They say you get your defenders by change of speed, change of direction, and elevate just like that.
The NBA on ESPN is presented all season long by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And we're going to take a short break and come right back after this. The Kings, and that's going to do it for the first 12 minutes here from Wells Fargo Center. Tobias Harris, in the absence of Joel Embiid, with 14 points in that opening quarter, continuing on that upward trajectory, literally and figuratively. And Pat Beverly making an impact off the bench. Back with the second quarter right after this.
This been a breakout year, and those 3 plays are indicative of who he is, bringing the energy. Didn't fuss and complain after he didn't get the call. Came right back, got that layup despite the contact of the Kings, because he was determined. That defense leading to offense. And if I could do it for you once, I could do it for you again. Before that 3, he stuck his hand in the cookie jar, came up with the cookies, and they were sweet.
Don't forget, coming up next, the second half of our doubleheader featuring Zion Williamson, second most points in the lane this season, taking on the Denver Nuggets. Boy, the Pelicans on a very impressive upward arc right now. Timeout, Mike Brown in Sacramento.
This Sixers defense and offense, they understand that everything takes a little bit of a hit in the absence of Joel Embiid. But tonight, defensively, they're flying around. Pat Bev comes up with it, dishes off to his guy, Tavares Harris, 21 points already.
Mo Bamba and Paul Reed, a couple of great Band-Aids. Getting a shout out from Tyrese. Coming up on the Toyota halftime, the Warriors running with the Bulls tonight. Malika, Wendy, and Big Perk in the studio. Here from Philadelphia, it's all Sixers, but still a whole half to go for the Kings. Welcome back, everyone, to NBA Friday, presented by State Farm from Philadelphia and Wells Fargo Arena. The 76ers trying to snap a season-high 3-game losing streak right now with the lead against the Kings. As we take a look at our first half stats, brought to you by Adobe. Sacramento shooting just 35%. Meanwhile, what's really killing them is the 7 for 27. Conversely, 8 for 16 from deep for the 76ers, and been able to convert those Sacramento turnovers into points. Mark Jones courtside along with Monica McNutt. Calibrate.
Yeah, the ball movement for the Sixers tonight has been terrific. They're playing with such tremendous poise.
Batum is 4 for 4 from deep. Back after this.
The NBA on ESPN, presented all season long by State Farm, is brought to you by Disney Cruise Line, where magic meets the sea.
Symbolic of the type of night it's been for Sacramento. It'll be Philadelphia basketball.
Goodness gracious.
How about that?
Well, the Kings might be struggling here in Wells Fargo, but Pat Bev has got it cooking behind the back to Mo Bamba at the rim.
Welcome back, everyone. Next week on NBA Wednesday, Giannis and the Bucks in Cleveland at 7:30 on East ESPN. Then Luka, Kyrie, and the Mavericks taking on LeBron and the Lakers at 8:30 on ABC. NBA Countdown tips it all off at 7 o'clock Eastern Time on ESPN. And we have execution. And that's the end of the third quarter of play. Tyrese Maxey has been on all night like a porch light. 19 points on 3 of 6 from deep. Back with the fourth right after this. Soul in the hole almost. 20-point advantage, and Bamba going to the free throw line. Good pass.
Gracious, and just kind of working this zone that the Kings are in, just making them pay. Oh my goodness.
Kelly Oubre out this game, but enjoying it nonetheless from the sidelines. Bamba going to the line when we come back to Wells Fargo in Philadelphia.
The NBA on ESPN is presented all season long by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And in part by Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen.
5 minutes to go. In today's NBA with a 3-ball, you never really know. Thus the timeout by Nick Nurse. Don't forget, on the other side of this game, second half of our doubleheader, 2-time MVP, the Joker, whose game is not a laughing matter. Taking on the Pelicans right after this one. Tobias Harris. So that's the secret. Tough shoot around. So I guess they played 2 games today. One against themselves and one against the Kings. And whatever it was, Nick Nurse pressed the right buttons. Got his guys to go. Harris with a season high 37 points. Maxey with 21 as well. The 76ers win it 112-93. It's the first of 2 tonight. Don't forget, Pelicans and the Denver Nuggets coming up next. Stay tuned. After these messages, we'll get you back to the studio for Angel and